What is up, everybody? This is the first episode of Wolverine Weekly, where you see everything that's going on over here in Ann Arbor with these Michigan Wolverines. So let's get right into it. Our first opponent of the season is Notre Dame. They ranked 14, we ranked second, and we're going to see what we're doing. Coming in with the number one recruiting class from last year, we filled up some big holes because we lost the two best defensive tackles, the best cornerback in Will Johnson, Donovan Edwards, the leading rusher in the nation last year in the league. So we lost a lot of pieces. There was a few others, but those were all huge losses. And all four going to the NFL, which is great, but that's a lot to fill. But having the number one recruiting class, we're going to see if this recruiting class can replace the huge losses that we took on offense and defense. One person in that recruiting class that's going to be huge is true freshman James Loftus. He is going to be starting over the returning starter from last year, Alex Orji. That's a big freaking deal. I mean, Alex Orji, who we convinced to stay and not go to the NFL, is coming to back up. I'm sure that was not in his plans. Now, mind you, I happen to love Alex Orji. He played very great. Matter of fact, you can see right here, he has the school records for passing yards and passing touchdowns, which he just got last year. And he's being replaced by a true freshman. So I know that cannot sit well with him, but, we have to move on. And I really think that starting a true freshman over him is the right move. He happens to have a lot going on in terms of stats. And really, those stats are comparable to Orji. They're actually very close in a lot of areas. And he is a step above him just a little bit in terms of passing and accuracy in all three levels, especially deep, because Alex Orji did not have a good deep ball. And throw power is roughly the same. Orji was athletic and had speed, but so does Loftus. And so really it's so comparable. And I would rather develop the freshman, get him some playing time, get him more experience than to have a senior who's going to be going next year no matter what. Orji's awareness is significantly better, but I think when I'm controlling the awareness is on me, and I think my awareness is 100. That's probably why Orji's overall is actually better, but I'm still rocking with Loftus. Another big reason to go with Loftus is, so the ratings obviously are very comparable, but when you look at the abilities, he has field general. And Road Dog is huge, number one. Road Dog is actually very huge because on the road last year, Orji started off cold in a couple of games on the road, which is a big deal. And with Road Dog, he's not going to start off cold. He's going to start off, and he has it at goal, so he's going to at least be, level. He's not going to be hot or cold. And on the road, that's a big deal. And then Field General. Field General is the one I can see blitzes. Now, mind you, a user could be blitzing and, that's going to show up. Not to mention you can also audible because it only shows up for like a second, so you can audible after it's gone. But it does help in certain situations, so I'll be able to see who's blitzing and adjust accordingly. So I happen to like that as well. And Orji does not have either of those abilities. The rest I'm going to move through pretty quickly. We got Cabana, Jr., who's returning. He was a backup last year to Donovan Edwards. He actually got some playing time. He got plenty of burn last year, but this year he's going to be the starter. He's going to be the man. Donovan Edwards led the nation in rushing last year. We're going to see if Cabana can do the same. He doesn't have the break tackle abilities, but he's significantly faster, so we're going to see how that balances out. Some of our freshmen, I'm kind of okay on both of them. Hopefully they'll develop pretty nicely and we can get more burn out of them. But right now, Cole Cabana is going to be the man as the and running the ball. And then going over to my receivers, we got some good receivers. I mean, mind you, Morgan, his short route running is 99. He is just actually an absolute beast. But he's actually going to be third on the depth chart behind the other two. But he's going to be good for third down situations. Tight ends, big loss in Loveland going pro. But, we're going to have to work with these guys. They're not horrible, but I wish they are definitely a downgrade from what I had last year. Over on defense, our front seven is pretty stacked. You see Derek Moore right here. His stats are just great. I really like him a lot. He is just a dog. I like block shedding on my D-line because, it helps with the run quite a bit, and it lets me focus on other things if they can do their job. And you can see his block shedding's at 94. He has some abilities that EA has locked up. We all know how that glitch is. I hope they fix that. Same thing over here. And this dude over here is a freshman, and his stats are nice already as a freshman, and they're only going to get better. So I'm glad I'm going to have him for a couple more seasons. And then, the D tackle, I got, I'm back here right in. I must have messed up. But, I like this freshman. But my D tackle, Grant, he's taking the place of the guys that left, and actually he's just as good as they were last year. I was trying to get somebody in the transfer portal who's actually better than him, probably the best defensive tackle I've ever seen, but Georgia got him, so, we're going to rock with what we got. And linebackers are pretty nice across the board. This guy, he's pretty good. Houseman he's all right, but at middle linebacker, we got Barnham. He's just an absolute dog over there, for real. As you can see, his stats are just off the chain, and he plays very well too. Had him last year. He started last year, and this year he improved in the offseason. The other linebackers, he's pretty good as well. So our front seven is pretty solid. I will say at the corner, I'm okay with the corners. I wish they were a little bit better, but that's what we got. So we're not gonna be mad at them. We gonna put in work. So hopefully their front seven can put enough pressure where they don't have a lot of pressure on them to hold up and do what they got to do. Safeties, they're also okay. So, this is what we're working with for the season. So next week, you guys are going to see some game film, and we're going to see what's up. Anyway, till then, talk to y'all later. Peace.